Welcome to DWI, episode 52, 5252. We are your hosts. That's Duve, that's Wax, I'm Ellie, and we are DWI. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little notification button down there. That way you'll always know when the content is fresh. Fellas, listen, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Man, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now, man. And like it's all in the industry. Yeah. Like the entertainment industry. True. What the hell is going on, man?
Craziness.
Like Tory Lanez, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say rest in peace.
Damn, man, you already got to use that bit.
I didn't kill the nigga, but
this motherfucker go watch. I ain't dead, nigga.
Right. No, but shouts out and send some prayers up. Hopefully he can live through that. You know what I'm saying? I heard he's doing all right, but that shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. 2 collapsed lungs, stabbed in the face and the back, and all. Ugh. Terrible, man.
And then to come to find out, it's kind of seemed like he didn't do it, which I never thought he did. But now it's like a little bit more and more coming out. Like
didn't do what?
Didn't pop Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
He wasn't. They're saying he wasn't the one that did it. So, because there was 2 girls in the car and a bodyguard, and the bodyguard that he finally came out and said that the other chick, Kelsey, allegedly, she's the one that shot.
Yeah.
So,
plus the gun was pink.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's just a lot of salacious stuff that happened in that trial. They didn't let some evidence in, and then I remember when it was happening, like the one witness that the defense had, he was the defense's witness, and then like he has a meeting with the DA, and then finds out, and then the next thing comes out during the trial, he changed his whole testimony and says he saw him shoot. So it's like, but he didn't say that before.
Right.
Or why would the defense call him up? But as soon as he goes and has a secret meeting with the DA, and ends up changing his argument. Then there's another thing where Tory's his first lawyer that he had, she ends up having meetings with like Rock Nation or whatever. Now she got a whole podcast, and the whole podcast is called Reasonable Doubt, and every episode is like a Jay-Z song. I don't know if it's a show or a podcast, but I think every episode is like a title of a Jay-Z song. Yeah, so it's like Rock weird. Nation was behind, like allegedly, behind all of that shit people are saying. So like it's just some wild industry. Man, Hollywood is a crazy place, man.
It really is, man.
And it's wild because it makes me think, like, when is being too real detrimental to your livelihood?
Right.
If you would like say he didn't do it, okay, he didn't actually assault Megan Thee Stallion, and the girl did allegedly.
Right.
Would you take that case and say I'm too real to snitch, or like I'm not telling on her, but I'm also like gonna take the charges? Or like would you say, look, I didn't do it, and there's proof that I didn't do it, but I'm not. I don't even know how to go.
I mean, that's kind of like snitching, man.
Yeah,
like I didn't do it, but like,
like you need to do your job, like, because I'm not pointing the finger at anybody, but I definitely didn't do it.
I ain't pointing the fingers,
but shit, I'm like, look, if I'm not taking the charge, because put it like this, if one of us, right, I wouldn't let y'all niggas go down for some shit that I did. I couldn't sleep at night. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
So if somebody's willing to let you go down for it, they don't like you anyway. And fuck all that snitching shit, man. It's not like you was out here putting in work. That's different. Like that's snitching. Like if you was both doing dirt. Other than that, like I'm not doing 10 years for you.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not doing 10 years just so you can sit around and fuck all kind of other extra niggas and shit.
But like
talk shit on me.
I guess, Wax, the more important question is like, how does the confession come out if that person isn't willing to say it was me, boss.
Right.
I'm the one that did it. Like who's the one that confesses? Like how does that?
I don't know. I mean, like, because with the case itself, I think Tory Lanez had relations with both the women there who are actual friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? So one might be salty about the other one, or vice versa, or
But you
so-
didn't tell her to pull that gun out. So
No,
like,
not at
how
all.
does that come?
Not at all.
Okay, how do we make this into that? Like, how do we make sure that like that is known? Like, hey, I didn't tell her to do that.
Good question. I can't answer that. Like,
And he might have, but it seemed like the prosecution just wanted him anyway. Because it was like, it was 2020. It was still like the whole Me Too thing happening. And then Meg comes right out on live. It's like, Tory shot me. And it's just like, then it's just all this believe all women horse shit that everybody wants to push at that time. Which now we know is like, we can believe some women, but you got to be credible. You can't just be a liar and shit.
Right.
And then I got to believe you just because you got a vagina. That's fucking ridiculousness.
Right.
And it was a lot of that. Like, it was politics. It was a lot of that shit. And then next thing you know, she's fucking twerking for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And
She did twerk for the president.
yeah, she's twerking for the Democrats. So it's just weird. It's just...
Bro, that's the weirdest type of fucking compliment you can give somebody. Like, as far as not in a sexual type of way. Like,
Right.
could you, like, if that was a benefit type of deal, could, like, twerking for cancer, like, would that be able to happen? Like, could you twerk for, like,
I'm sure
AIDS
for
or
cancer
something like
research.
that? Yeah.
like a twerkathon.
Yeah, like a 24-hour twerkathon where, like, every bad bitch all over the world takes an hour to twerk.
Right,
I
motherfuckers be
swear.
calling in like, it'd be
Like-
a whole line of people with
Be
phones.
like, oh, please,
Listen, and
1-800-twerkathon.
this is the facts of that statement. They're doing it for views. You know what I mean? They're already having twerkathons just for likes and clicks.
Right.
So they're
So-
not putting those twerks to good use.
I mean, but
No.
if they did, it would work.
They're wasting them twerks.
Yeah,
They are
pretty
wasted
much.
twerk.
Ass broads.
That's fucked up. Y'all need to twerk for cancer or twerk for a good cause. What's wrong with y'all? If y'all's gonna do it for something that's beneficial.
I
Right.
don't know. But okay, say Tory did say, hey, she's the one who did that, not me.
Right.
That is, I can't say the word, but like that's gonna end your career immediately as a hip hop artist.
What, you mean snitching?
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
it snitching?
Yeah. You're telling on somebody. I mean,
The world will perceive it as
Yeah.
snitching because we've, or at least not say the world, but the culture would probably perceive it as snitching. just
So it's
'cause-
like Tory snitched on that girl.
Yeah.
Save
no matter
his ass.
if he
Right.
did it or not, like him working with the police, he's considered a snitch.
But wait a minute. And he did not do it at all or even have the gun?
that's what they're saying. I mean, like, because they did testing and like he was the only one in the car that didn't test positive for gunpowder.
Well, there you go. So that's
But
just
they didn't let that in the trial for some reason.
Well, that goes back to it doesn't matter what you know. It matters what you can prove.
It matters who you know.
That too.
Because, what I mean, when Rock Nation comes a knocking, people get in line, I guess, apparently.
Well, it is what it is on that type.
Yeah,
of aspect,
it's why. It's like I said, Hollywood and just that whole, not just Hollywood, but like entertainment. We always say Hollywood, but basically just entertainment. It's just a crazy world, man. You got the whole Diddy and Cassie trial, like that's
Oh, Lord
bananas.
have mercy.
That's a whole nother game, man.
That's craziness,
Because like in some aspects, they said that she was setting up some of those.
right?
What was they alleged freak offs or whatever? So like, how can you be the victim and the perpetrator at the same time?
But it goes back to that. Diddy had a lot of power, and she was,
But at any time, as you're ordering
Right.
the freak off stuff, like the stuff for the freak off, like, yeah, I need 65, like, she's the
Right.
one that's in charge
Right.
of the freak off and all the freak off utensils. You couldn't call somebody and be like, girl, I need a ride to go get some of this freak off stuff
Right.
and bounce.
right.
Like, because there was a portion in there where she said, I had to do it or somebody else will. Like,
right.
that's pretty much it. Like,
But then
baby, this dick can't suck itself. Like, nah.
But then it goes into, like the whole victim thing where it's like she's just a brainwash or whatever, which is subjective. Like, who knows what is what?
I think everybody's brainwashed to a point.
Yeah,
you know, with the teachings and the way that like the world is set up, like there has to be some type of conditional living when it comes to a society type of situation.
Right.
Like, so everybody's got a little brainwash.
And at what point are you in charge of yourself, like, or not in charge, but at what point are you responsible for what you do?
Yes, I mean, at that whole time, if you're, listen, you can't make yourself unresponsible if you're the one packing the sandwiches.
But if somebody's like, you pack them sandwiches or you going to get knocked the fuck out.
Now, that is a whole different ballgame.
And if you leave, then it's like, I know where you're at. I got trackers. I got billions of dollars. I'm gonna find where you're at and blow up something. But do you think
that they was gonna do that just for Cassie?
It seemed like he would.
Like Cassie's the number, like all the bad biddies that Diddy's had.
I'll say like this, and this is all allegedly, but like he did that to his first baby's mom, Kim.
Right.
Beat her up.
I'm not saying he ain't a bullshit ass person when it comes to stuff like that.
There's a history of this stuff.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in this specific case, like they didn't say that Kim Porter was involved in any type of crazy underhanded activities.
But if she was with him, she probably was.
Yeah, I mean, and she was writing a book about all of this.
Yeah.
And she's not here now to even testify.
I'm not Team Diddy. You're not.
Nobody's making you Team Diddy.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's going towards that direction.
No, you're just getting defensive.
Like,
I don't like Diddy. I don't even like baby oil.
You was like, she's not here to defend herself, Phil, so you should. I'm like,
I'm not trying to paint you in the corner.
Y'all got me at the Diddy party.
Saying, if a guy is known for doing certain things all the time, then he's a serial
doer.
Yeah.
Doer of
but like,
things.
here's the thing, fellas. I guess I'm just hyped up off the point that I know that if I had money, I wouldn't have to make anybody do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the money that associates those people with the background. Right. I don't feel like it's the physical threats or whatever, because if you did it right, chances are you might have a couple hundred thousand saved up, stashed up to where you can just disappear.
I'll put it like this. What did he offer Cassie the first time? What, like $30 million?
Something like that.
Yeah. And she didn't take it, and then
because she knows she can get more if he's worth more.
So why would he offer $30 million if he wasn't guilty of something?
And I agree, he is guilty of something. But I mean, like, if she's doing these things, how is it that she's not guilty of the same things?
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
And that's the case that Diddy and that Diddy's defense is trying to make. Like, they're saying, like, yo, she was a part of all of this. She damn sure could be a co-defendant in this if she doesn't, if she wasn't helping the other side, and if they really wasn't, she was almost a Ghislaine Maxwell of the whole shit if you really think about it. But I'm not saying that's her because I don't know what their dynamic was and how, and I don't know how far he was willing to go.
They said they had text messages to her saying, "Do you need me to do this? Let's do that." This, I mean, it all came out in court. I don't want to over glorify the situation, but it just seems like, a lot of these situations aren't adding up. Now, I'm not saying that Diddy didn't do anything wrong, because like he wouldn't be in a situation that he's in if he didn't.
Right.
I'm just saying that like a lot of it doesn't make sense, just like the rest of Hollywood.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense to me, man. So it's hard to want to even be a part of something of that magnitude because it's such a crazy place.
Right.
When you just want to make a couple dollars, live normal, and tell some stories.
Right.
That's it. It's always a catch when it comes to like living a glamorous life, and in some cases, I'm cool. I don't even want that.
Right. That's like Wu-Tang was like, man, fuck the fame. Give me the money and the weed. I don't even smoke weed, but fuck the fame.
Right.
Give me the money.
And that's the thing. And it's like, okay, they're latching on to people's lives, and, it's becoming a bigger situation than, the people that bowed out. Just imagine the people that, like, got to a certain point and they seen all the bullshit and was like, I'm cool.
Right.
You see all the stars that made it.
Because you have that choice.
Yeah.
And people act like they don't have that choice. You do have the choice to do it or don't do it. Now, it might, in some instances, it might cost you your life to not do it. But you got to be willing to stand on that and hope that God got your back at a certain point.
God was making tacos. Chill. All right, Lord, please forgive me. See, y'all gotta give me wilding out. But it's just like that because, like, you know, I get it, man.
Right.
It's just rough, man.
Yeah, it's
So
just a wild situation.
It is. I mean, just for fame and power and stuff, man. Like, and to be known worldwide, that's crazy to me. To even put yourself in that situation,
right,
you know, whether you're the victim or
the perpetrator.
Right.
Now, moving forward, I need to cover a piece that's been on my mind for a long time, and by that I mean I need to ask you guys, as far as the hip-hop industry is concerned, who do you guys feel like is, I'll say, the top 5, and we don't have to have all individual 5 rappers. I want to collectively come up with 5 rappers that are underrated or that don't get their flowers, so to speak. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say my man, Devin the Dizzard. Devin was so dope, man. He had such a style, man, and a presence and like an ambiance that would set the tone for everything that we would be doing in that situation at that time that it's happening. You dig what I'm saying? Devin the Dude, man, is one of the most creative minds that was in the hip-hop industry to date. So
yeah, Devin's a beast.
Yeah.
I would say one of mine would probably be, one of my most underrated ones would probably be Corrupt from the Dog Pound.
Yeah.
Oh, Corrupt was so nice, man. Like, I always fucked with Corrupt.
Okay.
Yeah, I always thought Corrupt was dope.
No doubt. Wax?
I think Fiend from No Limit was underrated as hell.
Good shit, bro. Fiend was dope. Matter of fact, we had this same talk probably a couple of years ago, man, and we went back and forth, and all the hits that Fiend had, London, All Times, bro.
Like that, he had some jams. I mean, and it was like he was bubbling on the brink of success, but like for some odd reason, he just never got over the hump to be like, a household name, I guess.
Right.
But who else would you say though? Like that's mine. Who's your?
I would probably say Twista.
But Twista has had a lot of celebrity.
Yeah, he has. I still think he was underrated though. Even with all of that, I still think people didn't catch on until later.
Right.
Like Adrenaline Rush is still one of the dopest albums ever made.
Right.
So So I rock with Twist, man. Twist was dope.
I guess who I wished it would have been more of a. I ain't gonna say like I wish it would have surpassed the Hood because like he's a Hood legend and he's known, man, and he is the blueprint for a lot of the rappers that we ended up enjoying their music, since they came off the porch. Cool G Rap.
I was gonna say Cool G Rap too.
Bruh, that
Cool G
Ill
Rap,
Street Blues, man.
Cool G Rap was a rapper's rapper.
Yes, he was a rap. Like he's like Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
man. He's a comics comic.
He's like he really crafted an entire like that New York style in the early 2000s, late 90s was Cool G Rap, like birthed that almost. Like it went from him, Nas of course, like Rakim, Nas, and then Cool G Rap kind of took it to a whole different place, but it just didn't get like, as in everybody else started kind of like taking that.
Right, and he was like the like I said, he was the blueprint of that hip hop, the way that it was designed to be spit, like what we, tried to emulate and follow suit to.
That gritty New York,
bruh.
Another one is Sean Price.
Sean Price, rest in power, my brother.
Sean Price was a beast.
He was too, man. He was a part of a group. I can't remember that.
Yep. It was Boot Camp Click, but was it Helter Skelter?
Helter Skelter.
Yeah, Helter Skelter.
Right, and that Helter Skelter ended up spawning into a couple of different.
Helter Skelter, that Magnum Force album was hard.
They was on the album with Mary J. Blige.
I know you can. Oh yeah.
This is how we do.
Yeah.
Who was that? Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson.
It was Smith and Wesson. Then it became Helter Skelter. Then it became.
Well, no, those are different groups all in the boot camp.
Oh, was
Those
they?
were all different groups in the boot camp.
I thought they changed their name to
Smith
Helter
and Wesson
Skelter.
changed their name to Cocoa Brothers.
Cocoa Brothers. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Cocoa Brothers. It was them. It was Black Moon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say somebody you played earlier, Gangstar.
Yeah.
Never got his recognition.
You talking about Guru?
I mean, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of controversial lines. Like, a lot of ancient hip hop heads, like a little bit older than us, and I don't mean to call them ancient, but guys that feel like they're just, really hip hop enthusiasts, feel like that he used a lot of fillers. Me personally, I feel like he was one of the greatest thinkers in that genre of hip hop.
Yeah, I feel like he was underrated and didn't get the just dues that he deserved. Because I mean, you play that one song, I was like, I forgot how lethal it is. You know what I mean? Like me,
What I'm here for.
Right.
and Jig took a trip to North Carolina and in a broke down rental where we had to fast forward to rewind. You remember that?
Hell yeah. Fast forward the other side.
Yeah. And that's all we listened to on the way up.
Yeah. It's like he's another one that's a rapper's rapper. Like he
Rest
like
in power, Guru.
Yeah, if you know hip hop, then it was Guru. But the people that really don't study the game don't know. They don't
Call
really
him
know.
Gangstar.
Right.
And then pair him up with one of the dopest producers in the world.
Forget about it.
Like, that is like peanut butter and jelly.
Man, strawberry jelly.
Right. I beg to differ,
You
man.
like grape?
You damn right, man. That
you-
Concord
Man,
grape.
it's time to grow up, man. You
Here
gotta
you go.
step your game up, man.
Bruh, listen, I'm not 56 over in the French Alps, man. Fuck that shit. I'm gritty. I wear Timberlands still in the wintertime, man. I don't wear Uggs.
You gotta get that strawberry.
Word is born. I use great jelly,
strawberry
B.
jam, B.
Nah, B. I use
Word up.
jelly, B. Word.
Word
Word
up.
is great jelly, B. For Mel. Wax, what you using?
Both. I fuck with both of them. Like, I like strawberry and I like grape.
Well, then say it right. It's not strawberry. It's strawberry.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. But listen,
From
we was
Yonkers.
having this talk the other day, man, at work, and we was talking about toast, and they was talking about butter, jelly on the toast, the combination. What are you, a butter jelly type of guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need butter.
You don't need butter on it?
Butter is just like an added
Right,
bonus.
butter-
Butter makes the bread heavy and shit,
No.
man. It makes the toast.
Listen,
It lays the toast down
So
and
you
makes
just
it
raw
weak.
dog your
Yeah,
jelly
like
without the
jelly
butter.
on
You
dry
got that
bread.
you did the little butter lubricant on there.
Well,
that
nah, because I
smooth
pissed
it out.
standing up. That's why I use
There
it.
you
I
go.
need some butter.
How do you not like butter?
Because it's unnecessary. It's an
That shit
unnecessary
slaps.
condiment on shit like that.
That's like eating pancakes without
I
butter.
don't need
Oh,
butter.
you're-
You don't need butter on your pancakes.
No, y'all some pansy boys. Y'all
Yeah,
Nancy
right.
ninnies.
You
Y'all's
tripping.
ninny
You
pussies.
tripping, man.
My new name for y'all is Ninny Puss.
Whatever.
Hello, Ninny Puss.
That's Diddy behavior you're on.
Diddy, I went to Diddy's boot camp and they didn't have butter.
Like, nah, we don't do no butter.
Take that.
take
Yeah,
that
there was
butter
a thing
off.
of butter on it. It was like, take that. It was like 6 things of butter. Take that. Listen, I don't have to eat, but I don't have
You
to
don't
have
have
butter.
to, but like I know you don't have to, but you do.
But you do anyway.
But you enjoy it.
See, y'all fucking crows. Fuck both of y'all. I don't have to have butter on my damn on my toast because here's the thing. Butter makes the toast lay down, and it makes it real thin. Then you apply a layer of jelly. It makes it like a piece of paper, like real flimsy. I like my toast to have some substance to it, like a.
Listen, I don't know
Crunch.
what kind of toast you're eating.
I don't need to have no Nancy Ninny boy type of toast.
That's not
with
Nancy
butter.
Ninny
do y'all
boy.
have footies on when you eat your toast?
Listen, no, but you lay on your stomach with your feet cocked up. So shut up. Listen, I
You feel
know.
me? You know what I mean? This
I
motherfucker
understand
wild.
what you're saying, like, cause the butter like melts into the bread and it makes the bread like all soft and soggy a little bit.
But that's the beauty of it.
No,
Hold
like
on. Well, listen. I want to get to what the fuck y'all, you know what I mean, how y'all eat y'all's toast, but I can guarantee this. We ain't telling them shit, Wax.
Until what?
Until they do 3 things.
And what's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe. Dude, what the hell was you talking about having them do?
Get in that comment section. Let him know why butter is essential.
Butter is
anything else y'all want to talk about.
Tell this man
butter
why
butter's it's like a middleman. Like, you know, once I get introduced to the connect, that motherfucker's unnecessary.
So butter on your pancakes. You don't put butter on your pancakes.
We're not going there. We need to have Wax tell us about this damn butter shit he's talking about underneath the toast and all that shit with the jelly.
Listen, I think it's just an added bonus, man. Butter is like the icing on the cake. If you
butter is like a middleman that's taxing.
No,
like he's giving you. Listen,
I mean,
he's helping.
Listen, he's adding $1,000 on everything that he's getting, and y'all's homies.
The only thing he's taxing is your cholesterol.
Nah, and that's another thing. You don't need it.
Listen, that's the only bad part about it. Butter ain't healthy at all.
We'll agree to disagree,
but it tastes phenomenal, though.
Dude, what was you about to say?
I say, Wax, I want to hear your. Hold on, I ain't mean to smack like that.
It's like Wax.
I was gonna say his name, but I ain't saying his name.
Hold on, I ain't mean to.
Like Wax.
Just like Wax.
He was like, girl. He was like, bitch. Yeah. He was like, bitch.
Yeah.
I hate y'all. Shut the fuck up.
This nigga, Wax.
I can't even do that sound, you little fruity. That's that butter, nigga. That's that fruity ass fucking toast y'all eat. Like, bitches. I can't even do that sound.
You did it too good.
I can't do it. Y'all, look, there's a tape.
They're convinced now.
But go ahead.
No, but I was going to ask you, did you hear your boy, Andre 3000, banging on them goddamn keys?
Why would you bring that up right now? I thought you was going to save it.
I told y'all last year. I told y'all. I'm done. Like, I'm done with him.
Did you listen to any of it?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck?
It's like, listen, okay, first and foremost, he showed up to the Met Gala with a piano on his strapped to his back. That's weird. Right. Secondly, what happened to the flute? I thought he was going, you know what I mean? He was going to be the flute master, which is, I'm not even going to go there. But that's
we already went
weird in itself.
Right.
But for him to transition into being a so-called pianist player.
Pianist.
Yeah. He's absolute trash.
It's like
absolute garbage.
And it's cool. It's like, if you're going to do something, that's cool. But be good. Don't just bang on the keys like a 5-year-old. You're not even playing no chords.
And he's naming these songs creative names. He's like water under the bridge.
He spent more time naming them than he did practicing that motherfucker.
Definitely did, man.
And then you got the people that kiss his ass and act like the shit is good. That shit pisses me off, too.
It was like, Andre, you're not going to like this. And he's going to show it like us. Like, making fun of his music and shit.
I've heard young musicians play better than, like, but what is it with him? Because now that I think about it, didn't he try the guitar first? Mm-hmm. He was trying to be Jimi Hendrix incarnate, and that kind of sucked.
Right, because he was on that one, which is a dope song with Rick Ross. What's it called?
If 16
ain't enough spit. But then he's like on the guitar, like I think he told Rick Ross he'd only do it if he let him do a guitar solo. And then he gets on there like, meh, 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 meh. It's the worst part of the song, but the song is fucking dope.
And then he did a song with Frank Ocean where he tried to play the piano. Yeah. I mean the guitar, and it was kind of like, why would you even ruin this song?
Right,
strumming your guitar.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like
bullying people for 16 so you can get a damn
and those
solo.
16s were brilliant.
So who's gonna say no?
I'm just saying, like, he is one of the best MCs ever to grace this planet. And in my opinion, he's destroying his legacy by putting out these trashy musician
bullshit.
Yeah, like I mean, like, if you're gonna do it, be good at it at least. You know what I'm saying?
Or don't do shit.
If you're gonna play the piano, play the piano. Go to school. Have like people.
Damn, Wax, you making him get a whole
because like all you're doing is wasting time.
Right.
You're wasting time. Everybody's, including yours. not yours, but his.
Right.
You know what I mean? Give me another hip hop album and just leave it at that, bro. Because like you're taking away from your legacy. Big Boy's turning over in his grave and he ain't even dead yet. And like,
you know what Andre's gonna say? He's gonna look dead at you and tell you, "Stop trying to control me."
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen.
Stop trying to control me, gang.
True.
That's what I'm just saying. At least, the least you could be is decent. Like play Mary Had a Little Lamb or something. Like learn some shit.
I mean, there is a guide on how you can make any song with like 4 chords or 4 notes. You know what I mean? At least do that. Do something.
But these are songs that he's making, and they're now, like if you wanted to play them, you can.
No one can play those.
Because they don't go together. He's playing 2 separate songs at the same time, it sounds
They're
like.
concertos.
Man, concerto these, all right? That is absolute garbage.
A 5-year-old could make the shit that he's making, literally.
And I'm glad that you brought it up because what do y'all feel about your hero now? Like, how would you perceive
Wax,
these
that's
albums?
what I said he had, in store to talk to.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I'm not happy. I ain't, Andre, he is one of the,
prolific MCs.
He's an important brick in hip hop.
For sure. He is who started the whole, him and I should say Outkast is who brought Atlanta to the forefront of hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They broke through the New York, because back then it was like New York was West Coast for a little bit, but it was like you had to go through New York, and to go through New York you had to be able to spit, and them cats, they was spitting actual real lyrics.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because before that the South was just that booty shake rap, and they really wasn't spitting that shit like New York.
Facts.
So that's what they did, but man, what was you about to say?
I guess they feel like, when I said that hip hop was sold, it is. And Andre's a smart enough guy to be like, well, I'll get on to my next, venture.
Right.
I can respect that.
I can too.
Just be good.
Exactly. Like, but even before him becoming a musician, he wanted to be an actor.
Right.
And he wasn't the greatest actor, but he was at least decent at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then now
I thought he was pretty good.
We're here. I don't know how hard
Four
it
Brothers
is.
was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Revolver was a good movie.
let me ask y'all this: Is it taken away from his legacy of being one of the best hip hop artists of all time?
No, because these are things that we know that he didn't. I ain't gonna say take serious. I apologize for even coming off and saying it that way, but
didn't sound like he took it serious. But go ahead.
I feel like this is something that he's just milling around
experimenting with.
Correct.
I don't think it takes away from his legacy, but it just, I don't know, man.
It puts a print or asterisk by his name.
Because it's like he still doesn't have a solo album, so it's like it's hard to put him in your top 5 all time anymore, because it's like you don't even have a whole album to yourself, really.
So we don't know if he can insist on this.
Right.
I know he can.
I know he can too.
I feel like it takes away from his legacy because, this is now what we're talking. We're not talking about old hip hop anymore. We're moving on into different genres of music that aren't good at all. The only reason people are actually listening to his piano album and flute album is to judge him on what how bad it sounds.
And what if he does make a hip hop album by himself and it's not good at all?
Then
because we can see that he does what his features, but like y'all said, we've never heard him on his own except that Speaker Box album.
And The Love Below.
Yeah, and The Love Below.
I like that.
I did too.
It took me a minute.
It took us all a minute to understand.
But that really wasn't even a rap album.
But it was a viewpoint
project.
of him by himself.
Right.
And what you would get, because up until, like Wax said, and I never thought of that, up until now, we've never heard him by himself.
Right.
Frank Ocean, Andre 3000, you do, my bad. T.I., Big Boy, like everybody that he's been with or rapped with or, who sang on his tracks.
Right.
It's always been somebody else, so can he exist by himself?
And then when he's with Outkast, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. But then when he's with Outkast, it's him and Big Boy.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So
So
it's
can he exist by himself?
I think he could. I think he could.
Yeah, because he's always had the best verse on a lot of the
Right.
music he featured.
That's trying to outthink somebody that you're rhyming with. Now he has to outthink himself.
Yeah, and I feel like he can do it, but like you have to stay in hip hop, man. Like I know he's just trying to get his creative juices flowing and stuff like that, but like you're putting out albums that I would break weed up on if I smoked. You know what I mean?
That's crazy to hear that about Andre.
That's crazy. And like you were saying before, Wax, is like I think the only reason people are listening to it is to pray and hoping that there's a verse. Just a 2 or 3 bars, like just give us something. And then we can hold on to for a little bit, but it's not that. It's just fucking hammering on these keys randomly.
Let me ask you this: how many times have y'all listened to his Flute album?
Just not even the whole way through.
We reviewed it.
Yeah.
That was it. You never went back to it.
One time.
And did you go all the way through it?
Yeah, I tried to find something I could at least
vibe to. And did you find anything?
No, but the reviews are some people did.
Yeah, but
that's why
I was looking for that. I was looking
trying
some
to be
people
seen.
Like that vibe.
I have not heard one person play.
They're not around here though.
I haven't heard anybody in the
in
world
Narnia.
Yeah, they're
play or even post on social media
it's just,
of it. I know TikToks.
Right.
No nothing.
I'm not gonna mention Narnia one too many times.
That shit's hot in Narnia.
Yeah.
That's just
it's
still on the charts.
You
said
they got rid of it in Narnia. They was like, what the fuck is this trash? Like,
that hard Narnians.
Little elves.
Yeah, they was mad. Their little hoofs kicked up and shit. Listen,
now he turned them into tiny minotaurs. They're the smallest minotaurs ever.
Is 2 hooves like crushing the CD case.
But why are they minotaurs?
Listen,
they could speak. They're little elves, but with horse bodies.
They're half goat people with
little horns.
Yeah, little buds. They're not even horns yet. They're just like little lumps on their shit.
But they're
sprout.
They're like 90 apiece.
Oh my God!
Their horns don't get there till about 300.
I have yet to hear Andre's album play on any commercials, anything.
Nothing.
So,
but then everybody's saying that they like them. Like,
yeah,
stop lying.
Exactly.
That's what people need to stop doing. That's what I'm doing. And me and Wax, stop lying to this nigga. This shit is trash, Dre. It's just trash. Like, period. People need to stop lying to him and saying that it's good.
Because it's not.
Because they don't like it. Ain't nobody playing that shit. Unless you're in a fucking sauna or something and you're doing chants and Nomeo Renge key shit. Nobody listen to that Flute album.
If you guys want to hear a good piano album, listen to John Baptiste. I don't even know what to call it and shit. But listen to John Baptiste.
Right.
Because he's the shit.
Or some what's his name? Like Bob James and shit.
Y'all go
with them
tell
keys
him
like
all
Bob
these
James.
old motherfucking pianists and shit.
Baptiste is not old. He went to
Bob
Juilliard
James
and shit. I mean, I'm just saying, at least he got something you could listen to and actually relate to, man.
Bob James is the most sampled motherfucker ever.
I wasn't discredited.
Even Dre brought it up, but he clearly wasn't listening too good.
He was like, I'm gonna create my own lane and it's gonna be sucky piano music.
That's funny.
That shit is trash. And he needs to stop. Somebody needs to stop him. Like, just break both of his hands and tape microphones to him and,
Edward Mike hands.
Right. Like, just let him freestyle, because this shit is, like, he's killing his image to me, man. Like, I held him at a high regard, and every album is just dropping his plateau more and more.
I was going to say that. That's why I said save it for what he gets. Because I wanted it to be a pure reaction.
I absolutely hate it.
All right. Now, listen, fellas, we can all agree to disagree, or just all disagree on this same, or all agree that this album is something we can definitely disagree.
Yeah, I would make it an ashtray.
Yeah, Dre, that wasn't a good album. Well, you know what they say, fellas. All good things must come to an end. But we'll be back. Same time, same location, different material. Peace. We'll be coming straight back to you next week. Same time. Same
location.
Same time. Stop trying to control me, man.
I know.
What the fuck's wrong with you, man? You fucking stared me up and down last time I did this.
I didn't. I just said same location.
Nah,
I didn't tell you what to say.
Nah.
I didn't say same time, same location.
I was trying to listen.
Same back time and shit.
I was trying to help. I was trying to help you with your line.
I know, but you kept telling me to say the same shit over again.
Fuck you. Same time, same motherfucking location, same motherfucking everything, you motherfuckers. Alright. Well, you know what they say, fellas.
What do they say, Phil?
Wax is an asshole, and he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So you know what they say, guys. Wax is an asshole. Say it with me. Wax is an asshole.
All right.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little notification button down there. That way you always know when the content is fresh.